Where are we? Come on, to me that way, that's right.
No, go right there. You can duck down if you want.
Oh, it's back.
Everyone, people do different stuff.
Can't see me. I can't see
Here
me.
it is.
Oh, right. Oh, here I go. Hello, I'm VR Cricket Guy, and I'm at the Cherrywood Productions podcast.
Welcome to the Cherrywood podcast with me, Simon Burridge.
And me, Rachel Burridge.
Right. Here we are.
We're looking at you and looking
You
at...
can, you can do whatever you want.
Camera.
Do whatever you want. You can look at the camera if you want. Come forward a little bit if you don't mind. Yep. Right, we're with Lee, the VR cricket guy, who I'm a fan of.
Is that actually your name, the VR?
I think I use that now as my postal address. When people send me stuff, they put my name on it.
VR cricket guy.
Yeah. So when the postman comes, one for you, mate.
At least it stays a bit private, mate, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
We're telling everyone our whole details and blood type and everything. It's brilliant having you on. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, no worries.
Before we start, how long?
Oh, yeah. I said 20 minutes, I think, didn't I?
Yeah. You see how quick it came off. You can change it. You change it if you want.
6 minutes.
6 minutes, right. 6 minutes from now, we go to a podcast. No, we won't. We are on the podcast. We go to, what are they? Sponsors. That's it. We go to sponsors. See how good we are.
Excellent. Professional.
I bet you're well impressed with this.
Today's sponsors are Dimodici Associates, Chartered Structural and Civil Engineers.
Based in the UK with a worldwide reach.
Visit their website on dimodiciassociates.com.
Club Awesome, for autistic children and their families, a place where everyone belongs and fun knows no age limit. And we're back. There we go. Right, Lee, tell us about yourself. How did you become the VR cricket guy?
Mistake, really, or a bit of a fluke.
Mate,
what was I doing? I was on Facebook one evening. It must have been before Christmas, maybe 2022, 21, I can't remember. But I remember seeing the game on Facebook. And I said to the wife, oh, bloody hell, look at that. That's my dream game. I've been playing like games since I was like 10. And cricket has always been a big thing for me. So I've been able to play virtual reality cricket. But, oh, my God, that's amazing. I can't wait to try that. Yeah. So the wife's logged that and then bought me the VR headset for Christmas.
Right, okay.
Didn't expect it. I'm like 48 years old.
Yeah.
So I didn't expect the wife to buy me new games.
Well, your wife seems nice because I had to buy my own.
Yeah. No, so I got that. And as soon as I got it, I think I couldn't play at Christmas Day because visits. So Boxing Day, I was up at 6, installing the cricket game. And then I just went from there. But the actual social media side of things didn't really kick off until about 6 months later. And I thought, I don't really want to show my friends me playing computer games at 48. So I thought, sorry, I will. Then, a couple of weeks later, I had notifications pinging off everywhere. I thought, I might be onto something here. So now I'm posting videos every day. It seems to be going quite well.
So you only post shorts, or do you always post the full game sometimes?
Basically, what I do is I film myself for about an hour and a half, one day a week, and then with that I can do the YouTube video, which is sometimes it's about an hour long. Then I cut it all up into about 7 segments, and basically the best shots.
I feel for
one
you.
A day.
I feel for you because you're going through stuff. You've done it for an hour, you've recorded it for and now you're trolling back through what you've just done.
Yeah, it is. I don't mind it too much, to be honest. I quite enjoy all the sound effects in my headphones, and I enjoy editing anyway. So that's a bonus. Really. So all these sort of things, all in one thing, is I like social media, I like editing, I like playing cricket, I like computer games.
And that is your main job, isn't it? You're an editor.
Yeah, I actually edit full-time YouTubers, so creatives.
Okay.
But I've signed a lot of non-disclosure agreements,
of course,
so I'm not allowed to talk about them.
But then I suppose that leads you on to editing your own stuff then, and that helps.
That's the annoying thing, is I can't spend too much time doing my own stuff. If I could do my own stuff full time, I could probably make them better and do bits and bobs with it. But it's just sit down quickly, get rid of the rubbish, and just get it together, really. But
also, I know you guys give him a lot of stick about sweating or something. But it is bleeding hot in here. It is really hot in here. We've given him his own towel. I should have put VR cricket guy on it. Really.
Yeah. That's
sweated.
Yep.
I did run it, didn't I?
Oh yeah, that's true. He did run here as well. He's still not got over that yet. He's only used to running up to other stumps. And that's VR.
I don't move at all.
He pushes the button to get the bowler back.
That's what I get grief about. Why are you sweating so much standing still?
Well, I've got to be honest, for about a month I thought you had a Mohican. Has anyone else said that?
Yeah, Bane. I get a lot of people coming with Bane.
Yeah.
And then when I take the headset off, I don't realise that, oh, bloody, you're quite old. I mean, well, you're old man.
So what? I've got a couple of years on you. So what was the first computer you had?
Spectrum.
Oh,
Spectrum 40. No, Spectrum
48.
128. Actually, my dad. Yeah, my dad went mad. He got the 128 plus.
So that is the 2 years. Oh no, what would you say? You're 48.
I'm 48 now.
Yeah, that's the 2 years. You see, I had the Spectrum Plus.
Yeah,
he had a couple of years younger. He got a better one.
Yeah, from there, I think it's
still got it. Have you?
No, I wish I did. I see a lot of retro video games on TikTok. I remember that.
It's amazing how, like, in a flash, you can just get that game up on your phone.
Exactly.
And you're like,
was it ROMs
how did we spend hours playing Bomb Jack? Do you remember? Oh, dear.
Yeah, Chucky Egg, I think. It was
Chucky Egg.
Actually, tell a lie, first computer we had, Dragon 32.
Oh,
Dragon 32,
okay,
so that's even worse.
I had a ZX81.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
you ever heard of that?
That was
it was the Spectrum, before the Spectrum, and it had no sound. Oh, really? So what you had to do... God, I feel so old, right? But what you had to do, you had to tune your radio in, and you could get a frequency that really sort of matched like the Space Invaders was playing, and it would make a sound for you. But you pushed any key, it would just crash.
Yeah, that's right. That does feel when you feel
had
now.
1K memory.
Yeah.
And then you get you had a backpack for it to bring it up to 8K.
Was that Class and
Class
Claire
stuff?
Okay.
Yeah. He did that before. He did the ZX80, then he did the ZX81. So I imagine they're based on the years, which isn't probably about right. And then the Spectrum, and then the Spectrum Plus. Spectrum and Spectrum Plus were exactly the same, but the Spectrum original was a lot smaller rubber keys. Yeah. Spectrum Plus was like ours, big square bulky thing. Yeah, it always had the tape attached. Mine had a separate tape.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, the Dragon 32 didn't. Dragon 32 you had to press play on this archaic looking tape deck.
Yes, that's it.
So ever since then, my school life went downhill.
Yeah, oh mate, I used to spend hours on it. Like, my parents would be in bed and I'd still be playing it.
Yeah, and then I think it was on to the Amiga 500, then a PC. Lost a lot of years playing Championship Manager.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've always been into like Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. I've to be honest, the Xbox and PlayStation. PlayStation 1 was not a problem. After that, I had kids early, so I had a bit of a gap.
I had kids at 20, so I still got away with it.
Did you? Oh, well done.
Yeah. Well, I had 4 boys, so
right.
Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah,
I was pretending it was a gift for them. Basically,
I think you do that now with our son Ted. I'm thinking, what was it? Karate Kid or whatever that was. You're like, Ted, look at this. But no, don't touch it though. You're like, I
let him play Karate Kid, but only under my supervision. Yeah, but I don't know how to get on it at all. But the VR thing is probably what I do all the time. But if I'm going to game now, I game on VR unless we're doing a family Mario Kart, which our daughter destroys us at, which is annoying.
And then we get really competitive, don't we?
Yeah.
Like, no, we can't let her win. And then we try and sit on her and stuff like that.
Right. So it's mainly a cricket game. Did you do a lot of cricket when you were younger, or do you still play a bit now? Was you at a decent level?
Annoying it.
No, don't worry about that.
I've been down the market.
Funny enough,
I hate it.
A couple of Mondays ago, we started a podcast with 5 of us going. So,
I've got misophonia. So when I hear that, when I'm editing and I hear burp and gulping,
really? Does it do you in?
Yeah.
See, mine is when people eat with their mouth, if they're chewing, and I'm like, please shut up, like the kids, and I'm like,
unfortunately, it's sorry.
Do you know what?
Ooh,
6 minutes, surely. That's 6 minutes.
That might be 6 minutes.
I have to double check that.
Oh God, another one that's close. The nearest is 3 seconds away. You never know though. I'm gonna have to check it, which is a pain in the ass. I've got to do some work on this one, let alone bloody edit it. I've got to time it now.
So is there a time is it edit to take out, or
sorry?
So would the timing be with all the edits taken out?
No, I don't. No. I try my best not to edit a thing. Yeah. I try and keep it as basic as anything. Yeah. And like if the phone goes off, it just stays on.
Happy days.
I just try and keep it as natural as possible.
Yeah, good.
Which is basically means I'm lazy. I've got too many weddings to edit. I don't want to be editing the podcast. That's why it's a one camera job as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It still works if I'm doing shorts because it will just close in on them. Yeah. You know, and it's an old camera. That's like a 2007 NX30, but it's as good as gold for this. To be honest, it's the autofocus is fine.
The only time that we do ever use 2 cameras is if we've got someone demonstrating something. Like we had a braidist come in, we had a makeup artist. And then that can be the close-up whilst that one's filming us talking, isn't it? So that's the only one. And then that, again, is a lot of editing.
Yeah, we did attempt to do, have it central one and then one on everyone. But I just personally, we're doing all right with what we've got.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, don't break it.
Exactly.
Don't change it.
Yeah. And the memory that it would cost. If we're doing
it's just
2-3 of these each week,
You know, I
Sync
know
it
there's
up, and watch
AI
it
things that
rather.
will pick up the sound and
Yeah.
cut. Do you use that at all when you're
No,
editing?
to be honest, when I'm synchronizing, the only thing I do automatically is just synchronizing stuff. So if we've got two cameras on,
Yeah.
I'll just sync up the audio. Like, well, basically when I'm doing
That's
my
what
own
I
stuff.
did. Well, that's what the clapper's for.
Yeah,
Everyone
exactly.
thinks they're doing it as a guest, but
At this
sort
point,
me out. That's me lined up.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
One
That's why I
clap,
do
two
it.
clap, yeah. Done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why we just do it like that, and it's easy for us.
So, sorry, before Simon fell off, we were
Yeah.
talking about cricket. So,
Yes.
do you
Yes.
still
Oh,
play
yeah.
cricket now?
No, my knees can't do it anymore. My back can't do it anymore. So
But
yeah,
you used to.
I used to go. Yeah. From the age of 12 at school, I'm gonna have to say I was the first school captain of my school to ever get us to a school cricket final.
Hey.
Yeah, so that's my
Oh,
Canterbury.
right. Okay. So whereabouts was this?
Canterbury High. Well, it was Frank Hooker, then now it's Canterbury High.
Right. Canterbury High.
Yes. So yeah, the first cricket captain to get us to the final. Lost the final to Simon Langton, of course, because they were the posh school and they were always like.
Okay.
To be honest, I think only half of our team turned up in whites. You know what I mean? So some of our team are probably playing in their school trousers still.
All had knives.
Yeah, no one argued with us. The other one said, yeah, no problem. You know, there's no rugby either. That's sort of the same sort of school, no rugby, just for the same reasons. But yeah, then I started playing for sort of men's teams, Charlton, Beverley, Chesterfield for a couple of games. But to be honest, a lot of the teams are too posh for me.
Right.
Back in the day when I was playing, it was the posh teams and the not so posh
Yeah.
teams.
Yeah.
I
Funny
didn't fit in. I didn't fit in with the posh teams.
When people say, "Do I play cricket?" I said no, but I used to play for the school.
Yeah.
And funny enough, I only ever remember one away game, and it was down Canterbury, the road heading into Canterbury, and there was a school on the right, and they had a rule. It was 6 and out, because if you hit a 6, it would go into the main road.
Right.
And that's all I remember. I remember my mate, we wasn't told it, and he blasted it out into the road. You heard all these cars screeching. And then the teacher went, "Oh, I forgot to remember, guys.
You're out.
It's 6 and out." But obviously,
Excellent.
that's really the only time I played.
Did you prefer to bowl or bat?
I was definitely a bowler, I'm afraid. But once you're a bowler, you never get to bat.
Yeah,
so
that's
now
true.
I'm reliving my youth, thinking, see, I could do it if I was given the chance.
There is a bowling feature on that.
Yeah,
Have you ever tried it?
Never used it.
No, I'm exactly
No.
the same.
I've seen it demonstrated. I think, nah, that's not for me. It's basically just sort of moving your hands around. I think.
is it?
I think so.
Oh, what, to run?
Yeah. And then,
Oh, right,
yeah,
not
so
just a release sort of.
No, I think if it's a proper bowling action, I think you'd be hitting the ceiling or
I'm
hitting the
I've got
lines.
low ceilings at my house.
Yeah, exactly.
And when I
Yeah,
do a
whatever.
slam on the tennis, the old nails get Artex under them or whatever. She's well pleased about it.
It's when I'm sitting there or I'm in the kitchen and I hear this.
Bang. Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm like,
I
God.
backhanded into the side of a radiator the other day.
And he came in and went, I think I broke my arm. I was like,
That will do it.
Oh.
So it's not mixed reality one then. Where
I don't like the mixed reality.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to be
He's
fully
a wuss.
immersed.
yeah, table tennis was the first game I played mixed reality on. That's
Yes.
the MetaQuest 2 I bought.
Yeah, I've got the 2.
I've got the 3,
Right.
and with the table tennis, it's like having a table in your house.
Yes.
So you can see all the walls, you can see all the windows, so you ain't got to worry about hitting anything with your
I
hand.
downloaded the pool on your behalf an hour ago.
Yeah.
And that you get it turned up as a package.
Yeah, put it where you want.
Yeah, it's a bot. You unbox it, and I played it in front of you just before we left.
And you were
Before we
going out-
realised we had to get here because we
and
thought
you're
it was
going
up.
out the front room door going, right, I'm just coming
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I'm like, what
Yeah,
are
I
you
was.
doing?
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's great.
yeah, the other pool game I play, I think it's called VR pool or
Yeah, I think I've seen a
something.
few.
Yeah,
that the
and
one
then
where you
it's
can
the
go
same one where
upstairs?
it's got VR bowling. Yeah, you just walk
Yeah.
around. So
Yeah.
you go different places in America, Brooklyn and all that places. So yeah, I played with my mate the other day.
Don't.
Yeah, and he was having his go, and he said, "Where are you?" And I was chatting up some bird
In the bar.
in the bar. So I'm over here just talking to this bird because they just sit there, didn't they, drinking?
Yeah. Been to a Vegas casino, in
I've
Vegas
been
Infinite, I think it's called.
Oh, on there.
I've done
babe.
the
Not.
what's the one? I've got to get my phone out because I can look it up, can't I?
Yeah, go
on
to
Quest.
the Meta app.
See, that's why I need you.
I'll
You're here
just
just to benefit
I'll
me.
myself down.
MetaQuest, right?
Yeah.
Here we go. It's right. Okay, MetaQuest. How do I find out what games I own?
Have you got a browser? Is there a browser down the bottom somewhere?
Store, menu, chat. You got bad eyes?
Yeah, really
I can
bad.
tell. Yeah.
I could tell.
For you,
It's like
I don't know
I
what
should
I'm
wear
doing.
glasses, but I went.
See, because you cast. I imagine you cast.
No, not at all. Basically, I've got the same setup as you. I've a older than that
Yeah,
probably.
but how are you getting your recording of the game?
Well, trade secret.
That's all I was thinking you were doing is cast your phone.
No, but what you do is you just press the, I can't remember what button it is on one of the controllers, hold it down, it brings up a menu, and there's a record.
Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, so
okay. Don't worry, I'm not going to bother doing it. I haven't got the time.
He's shit at the game, though. That's the thing.
I feel like saying Poker Stars.
Poker Stars.
Yeah, I
think it's
loved Poker Stars, and you could sit round having a banter with people. Do you do that?
Yeah. But
is that the one you got banned on?
I started talking dirty to her. I started talking dirty to her and realised it wasn't on mute. And I turned to this geezer.
He's 13.
That was, and he went, are you talking to me? I basically said what I was going to do to her. I went, I'm sorry, mate, I was talking to more.
There's a problem. When you get too many people, you get one of these interactive games with lots of avatars. Sometimes you get a lot of annoying kids. You have to remember, basically, I'm an old man in a kid's world, really. It's the other way around. I'm ruining their game, to be fair.
The thing is, we're sitting there trying to have a decent game of poker, and they're playing with all the toys that come along. Because you can go to a shop and buy toys and a donkey. Yeah,
a donkey, and the guns, all sorts nowadays.
It does, it can be a bit boring, poker, until it's your go. So just give them something. But these kids just turn up and just want to do that. And you know you've got one next to you. He looks like an adult, but he's about 6. Do you know what I mean? What does this do? What is this? Is it my go? What card drop it? I'll just leave.
It would be nice to have like an over 40s area. I mean, that's sort of.
Well, we say we're breaking up theirs, but games were invented for at our age.
That's what I say to the wife. Unfortunately, for my wife, I grew up when computer games just landed in the house.
Yeah.
So every time I see something, like when the PlayStation came out, Xbox. Fortunately, I wasn't able to keep progressing, but you see it on TV and thinking, I wish I had that when I was that age.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like YouTube. I wish YouTube was around when I was 18 rather than being 40. And I think I'd have done a lot more with it. But I think YouTube, no offense, but YouTube have broken the mold. I always thought YouTube was a young person's thing, but no, I think more these days, if you've got the right content,
absolutely.
Well, I just don't know if we've got the right content, but
130,000 people.
I've got 130 phones. What can I say? 130,000 phones.
We've got Chinese farm.
Simon 1, Simon 2.
I remember getting a Spectrum magazine.
Yeah.
When you used to type that was it, Spectrum Music. You used to type the programs in, which are shocking, weren't they? But that was a good thing to do. But I remember it had a picture of like a jet, some sort of jet, like a Top Gun type jet, really good from the planes. And it said, "This is the future of graphics." And I was like, "No, no way." I was amazed when it started saying Ghostbusters. Do you remember? That was like the first one that spoke, wasn't it?
Anything digital,
anything that actually said spoke, blew you away.
So, what was the pivotal point from going from that sort of stuff to really high graphics? Is there a certain year, would you guys say, that
I think
that was the turning point?
For me, it'd be PlayStation 1.
I had the Philips CDI.
Oh, really?
Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's the CD.
It was a CD-ROM based. It looked a bit like a PlayStation 2. It was grey though.
No, I remember.
There were 2 versions. One of them looked like a DVD player.
Yeah, okay.
And then there was a more gamey looking one, and its graphics, the 10-inch graphics, was a bit like you were watching TV. It was far superior to anything before it, but then at the same sort of time the PlayStation came out, and I clearly picked the wrong one of the two.
Got picked a Max and VHS.
Yes, 100%.
But then the graphics nowadays are out of this world, literally out of this world. That is amazing.
It is the thing that people pick up with the VR stuff, is the graphics aren't actually that great. But what I try to explain is that they're basically being ran by the same thing as your phone. That's about the processing power. But for me, it's not the graphics anyway.
No,
it's all about
it's the gameplay.
The immersivity, interaction with other people. I'd rather have the graphics like that than if it had to have great graphics and you couldn't interact, then I probably wouldn't be bothering. But
I
think it's just the whole being inside the stadium. That just freaks me out.
See, I'm a baseball lover, so I bought the home run derby game. I wish there was an actual proper baseball game. I don't think there is one.
No, really.
Not really. There's a kid type cartoony one.
That's the danger, isn't it? When you think you're getting something realistic. And
it's a cartoon kiddie one. This is just like a home run derby, so they're throwing it and you just got to get as many points as you can. But I'm a Blue Jays fan. I don't know if you've ever been to Toronto before, but next to their stadium is a massive tower called the CM Tower. It used to be the biggest in the world. And you go in there and do this home run derby and you choose that stadium. And mate, you're in there.
Yeah,
You are in there. It's unbelievable.
He literally came up to me when I was working. He went, put this on. I was like, what the hell? I was like, oh, right, yeah. And he went, look, this way. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, thanks, David.
They don't care, do they? They don't realise the effort has gone into doing that. It winds me
when
right up.
When you take it off, you've been playing for hours, you take it off and your hair is literally parted.
He don't have that problem. I'll miss the team. He don't have it.
I get his like a big red. Basically, I've been snorkeling for an hour. Why? Because we've been playing, have you? No, yes, you have.
Do you have a special mask on yours? Because I've now removed that rub. I've removed that thing that came with it and just had the sponge now.
Yeah, I've got leather, a sort of leathery one inside there, and it does get sweaty. You can't really help it, really.
Yeah.
Especially this time of year, because when I'm playing, I have to have all the windows and doors shut. Otherwise, get outside noise coming in. Yeah. So I'm just sweating.
Well, I attempted to do it in the garden.
No, don't do that.
And it goes mental. It doesn't know what the handsets go off.
I would advise never to use it outside, unless it's dusk or the sun's gone down, basically. You get sunlight in those, it's going to burn through, because they're like magnifying glasses. So, you know, when you used to burn ants as a kid?
Yes.
That's the same effect. So if you get the sun going into those, that's going to burn.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Well done, Simon.
It'll burn me.
No, it burns through.
It'll burn the
So basically, if you put it down on the floor, and the sun goes through those lenses, it's going to magnify the heat. And
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so what you're saying is don't leave it outside.
Yeah, don't put it down. You can wear it,
Yeah, but it doesn't
bright.
work.
Yeah, it's too bright, I think. I think it's...
It messes up the you can't see the handsets. They're all offline.
Oh, really?
Like that.
I never tried it just because I don't.
Yeah, because Rachel's dad loves a bit of cricket, and he goes to Kent, doesn't he? We've been a couple of times, which I've been once actually to Kent.
Yep.
Saw 2020 game, and so polite people there.
It's a different world.
I'm a Charlton fan, which are a polite team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
compared to some, yeah.
But you leave there and then thanks for coming. Yeah. They're so nice.
Yeah,
cricket and rugby is a nice sport.
Oh, it is. And our daughter's now taken up cricket. My son, my top three sons, not my
Which was the fourth?
My first three sons in a previous relationship never really got into cricket. But my son and my daughter now with Rach have, and I love it, mate. Just sitting there watching them playing.
You actually trained with him.
I had to help out the training. I was like, oh, here we go. Yeah. I mean, just let my parent watch, will you? I ran the line for years on football matches. I got abuse at the Den once for running the line at a kids' match. I did an offside. I was getting stick.
But it's because our daughter, is 14. And there's no girls' teams. Locally, there's no all-girls team, so she has to be involved in the boys' teams. And it's so, I know we shouldn't say it, but it's still so hard for her to go into an all-boys team and earn the respect, not only from the coach, because she's a good player, but from the team as well.
But it's the difference. She plays no cricket at school.
Yeah.
They're playing it all day long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So... Her only practice is at practice at that club, you know.
But she's even said to her teachers at school, can we do cricket? And they're like, oh, no, we have to do dancing. So a lot of the boys don't do dancing or ballet.
No. You know, she's held her own with it, and we're very proud of her.
She has. And she's managed to form relationships in that team, and she's earned their respect.
And she's got the respect,
But they're so very polite, aren't they? They like cheer everyone on. Like, if she does a wide ball and she, you can see the frustration in her face, they're like, come on, Dil, you can do it. And they're really, really nice.
It's really nice to watch. And why did football ever go a different direction like that? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Rugby's not like it.
I don't know when that started.
Rugby, there's a lot of respect in rugby.
Yeah, you can sit next to each other in rugby, can't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Baseball's the same. You sit next to each other there. But why did football go?
I don't know.
Very sort of territorial.
When did it go that way as well?
Well, 60s, 70s, wasn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, it would be a weird world day if it did.
Yeah. Are you a football fan at all?
Yeah, Spurs fan.
Do you know what? As a kid, I sort of supported Spurs.
Yeah.
Right? But only because my mate went, do you like Spurs? And I went, I don't know, I've not tasted them. Yeah. That's basically what happened. So I was a Spurs fan until I went to Charlton in 87 when I was at Crystal Palace, and then that was it. I was in love then.
Well, I used to work for Gillingham Football Club.
Did you really? Yeah. I had trials at Gills.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, goalkeeper I was as a player. I was too small. I never grew. I was about 15 and I stopped at 5'9". So, at 13, 14, I was
You're not 5'9", are you?
Yeah. I'm a bit short. I think I'm.
I always feel everyone's the same height as me. I don't know what I do.
You're 6'1"?
6.
Yeah, I'm not quite there. Never made that height.
Whereas our son, I think our son needs to do a bit of
what's happening
growing.
with him.
He's 8 and he's
Honestly.
still like into 5'6" coat.
Yes,
He's tiny.
my youngest son is our tallest. He's 6'1" probably now.
Right.
So I'm being
How
looked
old's
down.
he?
He's 20, nearly
Right.
19.
Wow.
So now he's being looked down on by
He
your
sort of
kids.
does
It's like,
that.
Yeah. I remember the days of my
Yeah,
first son going.
Alright.
Yeah.
My first son shot up and he was like, "Not long, Dad, before I'm taller than you." Do you know what? He stopped 2 inches short.
Yeah, he's literally, and he's like, damn it.
I love it. I love the fact that he's not as tall as me.
brilliant.
So, right. Okay. So, VR cricket was the main one you went into.
Yes.
You've been playing that for what, a year?
Yeah, well, I've been playing it for 2 years, but the social media stuff's probably
Been going
less
on
than
for
a
a
year.
year. Right,
The social media stuff is just went a bit mental, really.
Mhm.
And so, did you have a background in social media from all the YouTubing that you do? Or editing?
I've tried my hardest over the last 5 or 6 years to do something.
To think something no one else has done.
Yeah.
I mean, when I first bought my first drone, I thought, oh, Christ, yes, I'm going to be a drone star. I mean, and then within like a month, everyone was doing that. I thought, oh, brilliant.
Yeah. And they're getting good at it and all.
Yeah, is that, yeah.
That speed stuff.
I don't like risking things.
No,
I mean,
that
I
speed
don't like risking.
Have you seen the one where they throw the tyre down the hill
And
they
it
Yeah,
drives-
it's
and
gone
it
through
goes
it.
through it.
Amazing. That's all the it's called first person view, isn't
Yes.
it?
Yeah. Yes.
So I
Which
don't
are
fancy that.
mainly DJIs as well, but they seem to have protective propellers on them, don't they? The
so,
black DJIs. I don't know the names of them. I'm only a Mini,
Yeah,
Mini
yeah,
2
same.
guy, Mini 2, Mini 3. Probably jump from 3 and go to 4 at some point, but I just use it for promotional things, weddings,
Yeah.
that type of thing.
Because, I mean, for a wedding, using a drone, you're not going to use it for the whole day, are you?
You're not gonna get
It's
close ups either, are you,
sections,
either?
isn't it?
Not
It's
really.
Group
It's
shots, it's the venue.
it's capturing the venue,
Yeah,
capturing
yeah.
the venue and group shots, that type of thing.
Maybe
And
a
you got-
little bit of the bride and groom if they're walking away into the
Well,
sunset or
I
something,
always look
but-
Yeah,
at that.
and
That's bride and groom got hit in the face. Did you see that one?
No, but it's easy.
Yes.
I don't understand how people can do it. That's the thing.
That's before the
you have to
minis
be-
came out
yeah,
as well.
Okay, well, yeah, fair enough. Because you have to be. I mean, I'm so careful with mine. I dread to
Yeah.
think if I broke it, I'm not going to waste $1,000 just because I want to get a nice shot.
Yeah.
But no, it's something I've been doing for like 10 years with the drones. So that didn't. I don't think it failed. I just couldn't keep up with posting it all the time, and I got a bit bored of it. I started just doing churches. That was because obviously around here you got churches every 5 seconds, haven't you?
Yeah,
Church
well-
everywhere.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, maybe I can get into churches, but that's boring as well. So when I got this, it's like, oh, I'll post a few, but see what happens. And yeah, just luckily, it's all kicked off really. To be honest, YouTube is the slowest out of everything else, and it's
It's what you concentrate on, though. So
yeah. I mean, I'll probably post once a week. But in an ideal world, if I could give up work and just concentrate on that, but I've no idea how long it's going to last. You never know, do you?
well, that's the thing with us, really. To be honest, we've considered like this is quite nice. We could do this anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She keeps going on about wanting to move to America. I don't know. She's not even been to the place she wants to move to. I'm like, we can do it there, but it's all if it takes off. We've got a bit of sponsor, but I can't leave our jobs for it. You know what I mean?
No. I always say to the wife, so, if I could do that all day, I would. But I know it's like the spectrum; it dies out. And something else will take its place eventually.
Yeah.
And whether I can, for instance, you've got the Apple Pro now.
Yes.
But that's not £3,000.
Yes.
Oh, is that the one that we've spoken to?
Yeah, we had
about?
he's been on Terry
Yeah.
Hobday. He's another videographer we know through the wedding industry, and he was talking about it. Yeah, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not going to. No.
$3,000.
I've done
Why did you drop
360 filming before. I've used GoPro
Yeah,
360s,
like a
GoPro
cube thing.
Fusion
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I can't remember. There was another make one as well. It was more like a stick with two
Okay.
things on it. And it's all right, but it's filming 5K, but you're not seeing 5K because it's 360
Yeah.
degrees of
Yeah,
5K. You're seeing about 720,
Yeah.
if anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all
That's
cropped, isn't it? It's all cropped and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, it does all that for you.
Yeah.
But it's just because it's doing 5K of the whole thing, you're seeing under a quarter of it every time you're looking in a certain direction. And that's the problem with it. And that took up so much space.
Yeah, I
as
bet.
well.
Nice.
If the technology was there and they could
Yeah.
make it like that, that would be amazing because
Yeah.
you could literally sit back in your own wedding, if
Yeah.
that makes sense,
Yeah.
and you could be a guest at your own wedding. But It just needs to have that little bit more.
Yeah, it
it will
needs-
do.
technology.
It will do.
Do you know what's happening? It's gone a bit like the 3D stuff. It sort of appeared and then sort of left.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Every couple of years, 3D comes back. And it's encouraged on a big screen. You've got these massive glasses.
Yeah.
I think, it's going to kick off, and then it's gone. It's never happens.
So we still offer the 360, but I really don't push it anymore because I'm just not happy with the outcome of it, really, more than anything.
Because it was like those curved TVs, weren't they?
Yeah,
They were in
yeah.
fashion. And
Do
then
you know, I still
out
edit
of
on a
fashion.
curved one. I still edit on a curved TV. Yeah. Didn't you notice that? The one I've got. The monitor up in the office. The monitor up in the
Just
office.
walk in and go,
We've got a curved TV in our bedroom as well. You know that, don't you?
yeah, I know that, yeah.
Jesus.
But I just think...
Yeah, that's because I threw you against it. Though.
threw it down the stairs.
I'm normally looking in the mirrors.
That's where I punched it while playing tennis. Oh, I was going to say, the other thing it's dying at now is DVDs. So
Yeah, of course.
we're
Yeah.
trying our best this year to tell couples that we don't do DVDs anymore, but they still want them every now and then. It's the grandparents.
It's like a souvenir, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah, so we
Keep it
try and sell
somewhere.
them in box set type stuff. We also have a thing on our website called Wed Flicks.
Oh, excellent.
So they can go on
Yeah.
there and they can search their wedding like you would on Netflix. Well, apparently,
You're
or
allowed to
any
say
other provider like that. And get it that way. But, we can't leave it there all the time.
No,
you know what I mean? We can't leave it there forever. Otherwise, it costs us a fortune in storage. So, yeah.
Exactly.
It's just the way it moves on, isn't it? Like Terry was saying, even when you send them it on a USB, it's all compressed.
Yeah.
The thing it isn't compressed is a Blu-ray. You know?
Yeah.
So he tries to talk couples into buying a Blu-ray.
Who's got
players
Blu-ray? Who's got a Blu-ray player these days?
That's the thing, isn't it? Well, it's
You can play it
PlayStation
on
3, isn't it?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
PlayStation 3 is one.
Even what about PCs? Even PCs don't have a drive anymore, do they?
No.
So yeah.
No.
No, mine doesn't.
No.
They
That's the
don't.
problem with Macs. Anything new Mac-wise, and you want to install an old version of something, you can't.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
buy an external drive.
Well, you know what they used to do? The old iPads and that used to slow up big time, didn't they? But they seem to have got a bollocking over that. Did you not realise that? When you get an iPad, they work perfectly and you give it a few years, they all slow down.
Yeah. Same the phones, I think,
Yeah.
as well, isn't it?
They don't update them anymore, but
No.
they don't slow down anymore.
Okay.
So I think I've got a mini, the first mini that came out, iPad mini, and it's still just as fast, but you can't get anything new on it.
Ah, right. Okay.
But
so you
before they used to
can't-
slow them down. I'm
Yeah.
sure they had a bollocking over that. Don't, I may be wrong. I'm going to get sued. I'm going to get sued over this. Oh my God, I could be wrong, all right? But I'm sure that's what happened. Right,
So going back to the cricket then.
Yes.
So you're in your room, everything like that. Have you ever seriously hurt yourself?
Yeah.
No. I'm very careful because again, if I break it, I'm going to be in trouble. So I am very careful. I play it in the. I've got a long kitchen diner, so it's the only spot in the house that's big enough for me to be able to swing that around. Besides, yeah. See that's the official IB cricket bat, and it's really hard to get hold of. It comes from India, and they actually sent it to me as a goodwill gesture because basically, without sounding really big-headed, I actually put the game on the map for them.
Right, okay.
Because no one was really using it until some of my videos went viral.
Well, you've definitely used it.
Yeah, I know. It's a new one. But they actually sent it to me because if you go online and try and buy that, the only place you can buy it is via India. So, and it's a bit of a funny way to buy. You have to set up a virtual address or something.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not straightforward and it's very expensive.
It looks wicked.
You can buy.
Now, is this
nothing.
creating a
No,
effect?
that's nothing. I think
It's
I don't
just
even know
weight-
what it is.
weight for-
Out of here, it doesn't screw it out of here. But
I think it's weight to make it feel
no.
like it's
I think
a full bat.
I think it's future proofing it for a sensor to go in there.
Oh, right,
I think
okay.
I don't know. I've never been told to be.
I see a video of you recently with another bat you
Yes.
had sent to you, and that looked like it had a metal on the bottom.
No,
to create-
what he's done, he's drilled holes in the base and then inserted weighted rods.
to give it the
Yeah.
weight of a full bat.
Yeah, so that works really well. Sent me a new one today as well, so that's a little bit lighter. But yeah, it's anything. But to be
Well, you're
honest,
getting
though,
some benefit out of it, mate. You're getting free bats left.
yeah,
right,
exactly.
and
Yeah, free bats, and it's the IPL.
But your
shirts.
missus is well chuffed.
Yeah, it's the IPL shirts I'm chuffed with. I mean, I've never been able to see where you can buy the IPL shirts from. There's a guy at a place called Eswani Sports. Is that in Wales?
Sorry, what are IPL? Sorry.
The Indian Premier League.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay.
So it's the big league in
yes,
India.
obviously, yeah, I know that. But I don't watch it. But
No. They I think, to be honest, I couldn't find shirts anywhere. And this guy found me and said, look, I'll send you the shirts. You wear them, advertise me. You keep the shirt. I went, yeah, that's fine by me. It's not a problem at all.
we've been trying to do that for ages, haven't we? Wear other people's stuff. Well, that sounds
Sounds
wrong.
weird.
You just wear her stuff.
Well, if there's any sort of local clothing manufacturers,
Yeah,
or
for me, I think I'm the perfect ad board, really. So my torso's always in shot. You know what I mean?
yes,
So
yeah,
and to be fair, can I advertise my own stuff?
yeah.
I don't
go
want
for
to
it.
take the mic, but about 6 weweeks ago, a guy from Austin, Texas, got in touch with me.
Oh, this is where she wants to move to.
Oh, is it really?
She's going to say it's a sign.
Let's see if
She's going to say it's a sign. You've done me no favours.
But he's a t-shirt manufacturer.
Yeah.
And he's got a few clients, or basic YouTube people, and he buys the domain names, he buys all the t-shirts, he does all the printing, and I get 50% rev share.
Wicked.
And to be honest, I've had that sort of thing before, so I wasn't really excited about it. But when he said that he was going to buy cricketmerch.com
Right.
for $1,300, I went, okay, this guy's serious.
Yeah.
So I'm in.
Yeah.
So cricketmerch.com is not officially launched yet, but you can visit it now. The only problem is, and you won't mind me saying, he's American, no idea what cricket is. So some of the t-shirts, I'm thinking, what the bloody hell's that supposed to be?
Well, I'm sure there's a documentary or something about cricketers going out to play baseball. And
Yeah,
they
probably.
absolutely caned it.
Yeah,
They did really well at baseball.
okay.
So, yeah, I think it was Butler and Hales, I think.
Oh, was
Josh
it?
Butler and
So you know what I'm
I
on
think
about.
so. Yeah, I think it was them two guys.
What are bowling speeds? Because I know pitching speeds are around 95 to 100.
Bowling wise, for pros, you got Mark Wood, England bowler, and Jofra Archer.
Yeah.
They are probably 95 to 100 miles an
So
hour.
it's a similar speed to deal
Yeah.
with. The only thing you are dealing. Obviously, when you're pitching, you're aiming for a zone,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and if it's out of that zone and it's a
Well,
ball.
you're aiming for the stumps when you're bowling,
yeah,
right?
bowling. There's probably
Yeah.
more options bowling.
Yeah, you're not really. It's really weird now. I mean, as a kid, you're told to bowl the stumps.
Yeah.
But as you progress through the sort of the
Catch an
years,
edge and-
you aim for outside edges. You aim for LBW. So it's very rare you get a fast bowler that actually bowls at the stumps. They're trying to get you around here, to be honest.
Yeah.
Fending it off.
Yeah.
That's why I like the IB cricket, is the fact that it is bowling at that speed.
Yes.
And people probably see me as, when it comes to your face, I'm ducking out the way of it.
Yeah.
That's people say, why are you getting out of the way? I don't think they understand. Once you're in it, you're immersed in it. You actually,
Yeah.
you know, you're not. I think I'm there,
Of
but
course.
it's something coming towards your face, so you've got a natural reaction.
Yeah.
It does look strange when I watch it back, but it's the noises I make. That's the thing, because I've got prolapse discs at the base of my spine. So when I have to bend out the way, I go, fuck! So people say, why are you screaming for? I thought, no, it's pain.
Genuine pain.
Because
Have you ever-
my dad did it, didn't he? You showed him what it was like, and at the end he was going, yeah. I'm like,
That's
put
up.
your back down, put your back down.
I do this at the tennis, don't I?
Yeah.
I'm walking around doing this, and they're sick of it now.
You're
They're still watching telly like this. Twats.
And he's like, can I do it in here while you're watching TV? So me and my daughter go like this, going, yep, sure, trying to watch
The
around
good thing, you played the tennis, haven't you?
I played, I'm not sure what which one it is. I think it's the latest
First
one that came out.
person.
Yeah, I think that's one.
It's really good. It is really good.
Yeah.
When you play people, mate,
Yeah,
I do simulator on hard,
Yep.
right? But when I play against people, they are so good.
Really?
So good.
Oh, I haven't found good players yet.
Oh, mate,
it's a
there's
bit weird.
one I just cannot. And he said, he's an American guy. I
Yeah.
can't remember his name, but he says he's played tennis all his life.
Yeah.
Just can't get anywhere near him.
But that's what you need. So does he say it's realistic?
He said it is fairly realistic. I
Yes,
can't
yeah,
remember what
yeah.
he didn't like. I think it was the serve he didn't like. Or no, he didn't like the drop shots.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I would say it was 80% realistic.
Okay. Because that's the big thing for me. Because I took it into, the Kent Cricket Club. They
Yeah.
invited me into their media day.
Well,
So just before every season, they get all the press in, they do their press conference, and they do their photo shoots.
Yeah.
And I said, well, can you come in with your thing? Called it a thing. And we can get the pros to play it. I went, oh, brilliant.
And what did the pros say?
They loved it. That's all I wanted to hear. Some of them say, "Oh, Christ, this is really realistic,"
Yeah.
and they were ducking out the way. They were going,
Really?
"Bloody hell!"
Yeah.
They were really getting into it. So,
Brilliant.
it's absolutely perfect for me.
Brilliant.
So all the people are saying, "Oh, it's not realistic," blah blah blah.
Oh, God, so when I hit those sixes, I really did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the pace of the ball. That's what they were. Oh Christ!
Yeah.
You know, that was. I thought. Oh, as soon as I heard them say it's it's really realistic. I think, that's my fear.
Yes.
To turn up, and I think I was just like playing on the old Wii machine. You know?
No, I think my only criticism of it is obviously there's no feeling on the back.
There's a little bit of vibration with this one. It sort of travels somehow. It travels
down.
out.
Yeah. So there's that. And the other thing is, in a natural world, you would know where that ball's gone. Sometimes you're not sure where that ball's gone when you've hit it.
No, yeah.
You're looking around for where did that actually go?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you realise it's gone that way.
Do they tell you if it's a 6 and a 4 on the game?
Yeah, you can see it. So it's normal, so you can see where it's going.
On screen.
But
it's a full crowd.
The only thing I don't like is, and I can't believe it's that bad, it's the sound effects. I would have thought sounds were the easiest thing to get right. And I think they've done.
Pretty basic, isn't it?
Well, I think they've done. They've got their plastic bat, so they've made the sounds to make it sound like you're hitting with a plastic bat. And I'm thinking, why are you doing that for? Because in VR you're using a wooden bat. So the whole idea was to be immersed in the real world, not in a artificial outside world.
Okay.
So that's why when people say about bats, I say, to be honest, you could be holding a frying pan. As long as it feels like a bat, it doesn't really matter what it looks like.
Well, I don't know where I put mine, but I've just gone with the thing that it can be a double lightsaber.
Yeah, I know what I mean.
It can screw together, and I screw it together and have it as a bat, and it's pretty similar to that.
Yeah, exactly.
And, then the controller's upside down, just sits on it. Golf. Have you ever done the golf?
I've got a golf. Funny enough,
I've got a golf club.
Yeah, I got sent one yesterday. They want me to advertise their.
I had to buy mine.
I know. This is what I've dreamed of. I thought people send me stuff to test. Right. I don't get any poxy money for it, but it's just they just send me.
Do you play golf?
I can hit the ball.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I can play golf. Right. I'm not a low handicapper, but I have my moments. Do you know what I mean?
It's normally your first game of every year. You're like, yes, I've got this. And then he has another game. He's
your
like,
first game,
shit.
Your first game of every year, where you haven't played, you're like, what's the point in worrying? I'm going to be shocking. I'll do half swings. You do half swings, and nothing goes wrong. You know what I mean? But I put that on simulator mode or hard mode or whatever it was, and I couldn't hit anything. Right. And I realised on driving, I had to bring it down low to get it. I took it out into the natural world. I was driving like anything. And I haven't stopped driving. I've been perfect with my drive ever since I've been on that simulator.
Yeah.
Well, it was like the cricket when we said to Tilly, because you said to her, please just try this. She went,
That's
no, Dad.
I bought it.
I know, Dad.
Cricket.
I don't like it. You know, I don't like
she's
the
scared
game.
of hard balls.
Yeah. And she said, and it's not hard balls. Sorry, it's not hard balls. It's the speed. Because sometimes they're, what do they call them? Where they? Spin bowls, yeah. And sometimes they're a little bit slower for her, but it's the speed of the fast bowls. So that's when you said, just try it. She was like, oh. And she was on it for hours. Yeah. In the end, you had to say to her, it's my turn. I want to go.
I was gutted.
But it did help her. It helped her sort of, I know it's not real. And like you, she sort of like went out the way a bit. But I said, at least you know now how fast they can actually be.
I mean, one of the big questions I'll get as well is, can it be used as a training tool? And I used to try and, I wouldn't say blag it, to say yes. Now I think, I don't really know, because I'm not a coach.
Have you ever used the training options on it? I've never done that. I've always gone straight to a game.
Exactly. Because what I don't understand in this, it's got net practice in virtual reality. The whole idea for me is you don't need net practice. Because I used to work. I used to work at the Kent Cricket Ground.
Right.
So
what did you do there?
I was a sports centre assistant. Yeah, right. you got the Ames Levitt Sports Centre within the ground, which is it's an indoor sports centre with all the nets
at the back. Isn't it?
Yeah. So I worked there when I was 18 to about I think it was about 5 years. And I used to hate bowling machines because they're just, to me, they were never natural. It was never natural. Just you never knew when the ball was coming. It was a strange bounce. The balls are all like red and yellow and green. Then why are you using yellows and greens? Cricket balls red. Yeah. Just use red. And for some reason, in the cricket sports centre training facility, the background was red. so people are turning up to do their net practicing. I can't see the ball with red background. So when I went back there in February to do the Kent Cricket Club press day, the only person I knew who was there 25 years ago is now head coach Matt Walker.
Oh right.
So I bumped into him there and I said, "You don't remember me, do you?" He went, "No." Because to be honest, he was like a second team player when I was there.
Right. Okay.
He knew my girlfriend at the time, and I thought he might recognise me. So you don't remember me? You don't remember me, do you? He went, "No."
Would you go back if they asked you to sort of go back?
Oh God, yeah. I mean, now I've got the new one, and who knows what's going to be out this time next year.
I don't know when the 4's due.
I've no idea.
The 3's only just come out.
Yeah, hopefully not for a while because I can't. I ain't got the money.
So for
it.
people with the Oculuses, Oculi.
I still call it Oculus, but it's Meta Quest, isn't it? It took me ages to stop calling it.
Sorry. Yes.
It took me ages to stop. I still.
Do you know what? I've even bought a Meta Quest. I've never bought an Oculus.
No, I think it was an Oculus when I got it.
Yeah, it's Meta. Yeah, so Meta 2 and Meta 3 is. I've never been on the 3. Is the difference? Is it colour when you're seeing your room now?
Yeah, the pass through, as you call it. It's the only thing for me that's worth buying it for.
Yeah, can you see the telly properly now?
I wouldn't say it's perfectly
because I couldn't watch the TV while playing pool today on the 2.
Yeah, it's
Why
not.
Why would you want to though?
Yeah,
and you can't read your text messages.
Yeah, you can on the 3. That's the one you can keep it on and send a message.
Yeah.
But the good thing is you can leave it on and walk around the house.
Yes.
You haven't got to take it off and try to look underneath and see where you're going.
Yeah.
You can basically, the idea is you can have
mixed reality.
Yeah, you can have like a screen up there with YouTube on.
Yes.
And you follow a recipe and you can do the cooking at the same time.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So that's the way.
Don't tell her that.
That's the idea. But whether I trust it with boiling water, I don't know.
Imagine that. Yeah.
The kid runs under it.
Or welding.
Yeah.
Here's how you arc weld. Yeah.
You can do little things like get a glass of water,
but they're doing a lot more mixed reality games now, aren't they? I think Ghostbusters is mixed reality.
Yeah, I haven't tried it. I'm not really into the arcadey stuff.
No, I haven't got it. I'm putting my hand up now. I haven't got it, but I believe you're getting those little mini marshmallow man running around your house.
Yeah.
And it can work out if it's on one of your surfaces, unless you've got to program the surfaces in again. Do you have to program them all in again?
I haven't tried it all yet because my eldest son got the 3 before me. He said it took a bit of time to get set up. Okay, done with that.
Because in theory, on the 2, you used to put, if you wanted to, put your furniture in.
Yeah.
So when you went back to your sort of house, whatever you would call that base,
yours is a cave.
It's different. It's different all the time. I always try and look over the ledge. Do you? What's down there? What's down there? Oh, why won't you send me any closer to that edge? Do you do that?
Yeah. Well, have you not been in Metal Worlds?
Yeah, I didn't really get on with that too much either.
I have done recently. It's got a lot better.
Has it got better?
Yeah, there's a lot of sort of what I call bars. So you go in and there's like 40 other people. If you get a good bar, it's hard to explain. There's a bar, but if it gets to about 40 people, it has to duplicate itself. So then it can start with another group of people.
Right.
So then 40 will stay in that sort of duplicate of
it.
It
creates it again.
Yeah. It's a bit like an MS Teams room. If there's too many, then it will just shift.
Well, it's a bit like the poker.
Yeah, exactly.
The poker, you can go into actual casino, can't you?
Yeah, I really enjoy that. That's
and you can just smash up bottles if you want and go to a casino or just sit on a table, watch people play.
Yeah.
It's
it is. I know it sounds weird. It does sound like 2 grown men talking about it. It does sound
nothing
weird.
better than having a bit of banter with people all around the world.
Yeah,
and you know what British humour's like? They ain't got a clue.
No, yes.
You get you and another Brit, or a couple of Brits and you. I was talking to a couple of Northerners once, and we were having such a laugh. They had no idea what we was going on about.
No, I was in one of these bars, and because I am VR cricket guy above my head.
Oh, right, okay.
And one guy recognised the name. Went, oh my God, it's VR cricket guy. And he was an Asian guy who loves cricket. So he came and sat next to me. Then there's another guy came in who recognised the name. And then within about half an hour, was talking about finance. Finance for me, I've got no idea what I'm talking about. He was talking about sort of, shares and things. I was nodding again, oh, right, yeah. But I'm still quite shy. I'm a shy guy anyway. If I go to a pub, it takes me a long time to actually get talking to, unless I've had a few, and then I'll get talk to anyone. But it's the same. I'll still go into like the virtual bars. I'll still go, I don't really know what to say.
Have you got a bit of background? What am I trying to say?
Everyone's got a background.
Both your parents British, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because you've got a little bit of something about you.
I'm I look Turkish.
Do you know, I think you've got a hint of Alexis Sales about you.
Because I'm bald.
Might be.
No, to be honest,
very baldish.
Every time I go to Turkey, I'm always, if I'm there for 4 days, got the tan, walk around the market.
And they start talking to you like that.
Yeah.
I have the same in Holland.
You're Turkish, my friend, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I have the same in Holland.
Do you?
Yeah. I went to Efteling once, and this geezer started doing this performance, collared me and a load of other people from around the world, dragged me into a tent and just started going, and I was like, I have no idea what you're saying, I'm British. Oh, sorry, I thought you was one of us. No. And then he's just spoke
This
English.
basically is a lot of years of not really wearing sunscreen enough. You know what I mean? Being 13, 13, 14, going to Greece for 2 weeks. 1 week, so getting the cream on. Second week,
I know, yeah. I've got a base tan. I was
yeah,
fine.
exactly. So it's never gone. So that's the dark look is not natural. I'm quite pale person, really. I'm a bit of an albino.
I used to burn and go white again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I've sort of kept it through the years.
Hey, as you get older, you get more leathery, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I won't be 90. Well, I'm 60. I'm terrible looking. I mean, I'll be bagging and sagging all sorts.
Still be playing that.
Yeah, hope so. That's the thing. Though.
You're doing it for a living, mate.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, isn't it?
Now, would you consider doing it for a living?
If I could earn what I earn doing my full-time job, and I know it's going to last another 10 years, not a problem.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Tomorrow.
Because they've actually released Meta glasses now, haven't they?
Yeah,
I've seen that. I don't know. I was telling you the other day.
Was it
wasn't I?
Ray-Ban?
Yeah, Ray-Ban. Yeah, they've got Ray-Ban Meta
Is
glasses.
it to play these games with, though?
No.
I doubt it. I doubt it's got the power in just glasses.
It's literally like you
Take
take
a photo.
photos and everything like that.
They've been trying to do that for a while, haven't they?
Google did it, didn't
Google
they?
Glasses. Yeah, I thought that was going to be the next big thing, but they stopped. I think.
Did you ever try them?
Probably.
No.
I
I think there's some sort of privacy issue.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
Yeah, but I was really
Oh, I've dropped my glasses.
Yeah, that's upskirting, mate. You'll get done for that.
What these glasses do on a taxi floor?
What was I going to say? So it's a business podcast. So I was wondering, I know you mentioned you're an editor and you mentioned you played for Kent, worked for Kent. Anything in between you did before you became...
Oh, God, all sorts.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. Where did I start? Left school. No.
So what did you want when you were at school?
Oh, God,
what did you sort of plan on doing?
You wanted to play virtual reality cricket?
Yeah. No, football was first love. Then again, I stopped growing too early.
Yeah.
And then it was sport was big. So sports centre, anything to do with sports centres, I thought that would be it.
Yeah.
Until someone said, you do realise there's no money in being a sports centre assistant. And to be honest, I didn't really understand. I thought, that's a good point. Then it was computing. And then what was my big job? Yeah, King Cricket Ground was a good standing because I was working with pros, so I got to see how people, really knuckle down their jobs. I was a prison officer for a couple of years.
Oh, right. Which one?
Maidstone.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it was horrible. Worst job I've ever...
Really?
Yeah. To be honest, I only did the job because the wife... Well, I was trying to be a web designer. That was my other big thing, web design. And again, I started being a web designer when everyone else decided to be a prison officer. So the market got flooded with people like me.
A bit like us doing podcasts.
Well, yeah. Like I say, if you get the audience and you're fine. Yeah. But... the prison, that was a case of wife got fed up with me not having a job. So go and get a job. And I got a job at Tesco's. Tesco's in Canterbury was being built. There's a Tesco's in Canterbury. It wasn't built yet, but they needed staff.
I know the one.
Yeah. So they needed staff. So I was part of the recruitment team for about a year. And then I thought, well, Christ, this ain't going to last forever. So I applied for the prison office job. I had a friend who's already doing it. He went, Lee, mate, if I can do it, then you can do it. So I've done the test in Rochester. That's where the testing was done, and to be honest, it was
Rochester Prison.
Yeah,
that's exactly where my daughter plays cricket next door.
Right.
There's a cricket ground right next to it. Yeah, Sherwood cricket ground.
The first two tests was basically, can you write your name? Done, pass, well done, and then maths test was simple. The hardest thing was the scenario test. So you walk into 3 doors, and there'd be a person behind that door, and they're either going to shout at you, cry on you, or be very, very silent. And you got to get them talking. So I managed to pass all that. Best thing about the job was the 16 weeks training. I think I grew as a man, from a boy basically to a man.
So how old were you when you did that?
I think it was 30. I was very immature 30. I think I got to 21, stopped. I thought that'd do for me. I'm not getting older.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, I don't want to get older than 21.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a couple of guys talking about playing games. So of course you didn't go. You guys didn't get any older.
Yeah. So when I was
Generation X. Right?
there you go.
We were born at 30 and stayed 30.
So when I was talking about mortgages and stuff, I'm going, you can read that, love.
Yeah.
When do you want to sign? I'll sign it when you say it's okay. And there's some still like that now. I was like, what do I sign?
I'm not too bad with that, am I? I do most of the finances between us two, don't I?
Yeah, I would say, but everything else is down to me.
But early years, I bought my first house at 21, I think.
Oh, that's all right.
But not knowing what the hell I was doing.
No,
you know what I mean?
no. We got sucked into the Help to Buy, which I'll still do now because we didn't have a choice really. But now, because of the house prices have gone up, I'm paying back more than I would ever thought I could be paying back. And so it's all about percentages of the house value. So of course, house value goes way up, so you got to pay back more than you expected. But we wouldn't have had the house if we didn't do it.
No, that's right. No.
Yeah, so I spent 2 years in prison. In a prison service, sorry.
in prison.
And, it was the worst job in the world. It was permanently driving from Canterbury to Maidstone, thinking, I want to go home already. No job satisfaction whatsoever.
So you were doing the driving more than anything?
Yeah, I was surprised I lasted 2 years.
In relation to yours does, isn't it? The drive,
no, as in the drive.
No, I'm driving from Canterbury to Maidstone.
So
once you get there, it was Maidstone's an old Victorian shithole, basically.
It's the one.
I do know the one.
In the city.
I've only ever seen the outside
it's
wall.
whole place.
It's amazing how many prisons are around. You don't realise. Growing up, you don't realise how close you are to a load of prisons. Like Sheppey's got 3 on it.
Yeah, on the island. Yeah, that's what we do with training on the island. They've got an open prison. This is a bit of a contradiction in terms, open prison, but you do all your training there, which I love. I love the training. I've learned a lot about myself.
So what put you off? It was literally the commuting.
No, it was basically worrying if I was going to get beaten up every day because I was terrible.
Did you have a lot of trouble?
No, I wasn't very good at communicating. Right. So when first down the job, people they spot the newbie and they bombard you with questions that they know you can't answer, and you end up tying yourself in knots and promising the world you can't deliver it. It's one of those jobs where you just want to go home as soon as you get there because you don't want to upset anyone. But on the other side, you have to be I won't say authoritative. You have to be stern and have to say no.
Yeah.
When you want to go, to be honest, go on.
Yeah.
Can I have this, Gov? And that was the other thing, being called Gov. Oh, that was weird. I didn't like being called Gov. It was just one of those horrible things I did for a couple of years. I still look back now thinking, Christ, did I really?
Yeah.
Do
you watch prison documentaries?
Yeah.
Have you seen that one where they let them out, unlocked them, kept the cells open?
Well, that's in America, wasn't it? Yeah.
Well worth a watch, that one.
Well, I was at Maidstone, which was a category C prison, I think.
Right.
So basically, it was more or less open, apart from an hour at lunch and then locked up at night time. So there's more or less out.
Right. Okay.
Anyway.
So the American ones, they get 1 hour out.
Oh, okay. No.
Well, this prison had 1 hour out. So the warden, chief warden, that sounds about right, I think, turned up and he went, I'm just going to leave them unlocked.
Yeah.
And if you kick off, they get locked.
Yeah.
And they stumbled a couple of times, but then they started creating their own community.
Yep.
And started respecting each other, knowing that if they messed up, it was just going to go back to how it was. And they appreciated the fact that they were allowed out. It seemed to work.
Well, that's what a lot of people don't realise is when they see prisons and they got their PlayStations, got their tellies and think, it's like a holiday camp. What I realise is there's probably only about 6 members of staff there and they've got 200 prisoners. So if they want to kick off, they can, just like that. Yeah. 6 officers ain't going to stop. So they keep them happy by having TVs, games consoles. So that's the only way to keep everyone happy and content. If they're locked up, thing is, back in my head thinking they should be locked up all day. But that's just counterproductive. And I just feel sorry for the staff.
They then get agitated, and then as soon as they are let out, they try and lash out. And then
it's a weird thing, isn't it? It's something I'm not skilled enough to sort out. I know.
No. Just a bit of a change of subject, really, isn't it?
No, it's not a problem. But, we change the subject all the time, mate. We say goodbye and then have another quarter-hour conversation, don't we? How many times have we said bye and then gone on another quarter of an hour?
That's women for you, though, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Good thanks, mate. Someone's finally sussed her out.
He looks at me like, why are you asking me a question? I'm like, but then he gets involved and goes,
exactly. It always happens.
Okay, so I noticed that you were going to start playing some more games. You was going to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, to be honest, I noticed my social media stuff. It's getting a bit samey, but you get a lot of people say, no, that's good. Just keep it consistent. Don't change anything, otherwise you'll find the algorithm will find out. Really? Anyway, so I'm trying to keep it to sport games because I think, well, if you like cricket and you like watching me because of cricket, then you can like any sport, really.
Yeah.
I
have to search you now. I have to be your friend on Meta. Meta friend.
I've got loads.
I wonder if I can change my name to Cherrywood.
I think you can change your name once. I think, and then after that,
please let me be in charge of changing your name.
I think if you want to change it again, I think you have to pay. I think like £7.
Really? Maybe I haven't changed it. I have to check.
So mainly people watch your videos to learn how to do the game.
I don't know. What I've done a few polls in the past. So are you watching me because of the cricket, or are you watching me because of the VR? And then I've got a third option, both, and both normally comes out top.
Right.
So that's why I think, well, I do want to not change it drastically. So I think, well, I'll introduce maybe once a week. So I've done Paul, which, to be honest, done very well for me, like 250,000 views, I think.
What, the Paul?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Table tennis I've whacked on there, and it hasn't really done any damage to the algorithm.
Can't remember what that table tennis game's called, but
11.
That's it.
Yeah,
It's called
I think
11.
the
You're
first
right.
game
It's
I
called
played.
11. Yeah. And there's a badminton one, which is horrendous.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
The shuttlecock's the same colour as the sky.
Why can't they spot that when they make? I don't understand. Some
Or let you change it to a yellow one or something.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean? But they don't.
Never understand they can't.
And you're
spot
playing
things
against a
like
robot as
that.
well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Not great.
No.
The Star Wars ones I've always liked.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not gamers. Gamers.
What is the Star Wars on then? Like you got a lightsaber.
Lightsaber.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, it will be.
It's amazing. It's a story. You're going into hyperspace and everything. You're walking around, solving things. The lightsaber comes out, and then the controller starts.
Yeah. That sort of thing's just perfect.
It's perfect for it. Yeah.
I think golf would be probably next.
Golf, very good. Very good. They keep selling me different courses.
And you're a sucker and going, right.
That is the only thing. That is the buying stuff. Isn't it?
Yeah.
But luckily for
me, you earn the clubs and stuff, don't you? When you earn points, usually.
Luckily for me, because I was when my social media first kicked off, I had a link to get 25% off downloads.
Right.
So people would say, "Oh, where do I download it from?" So here's the link, and you will get 25% off, and I'll get a little kickback at £4, I think, for Meta.
Right.
Unfortunately, you can only earn £400 a year. Then they cap it. Then they go, right, that's enough.
Oh my god!
But also, you can't buy physical things with it. So I saved up £400, thinking I'd buy the three.
All you can do is buy games.
You can only buy digital stuff. So
it's a little bit like when we were speaking earlier. It's a bit like apps on your phone.
Yeah, exactly
right?
that.
So you have an app, and then you buy in apps.
Yep.
That stuff's been going. That sort of con, right? It's been going on for years.
Yeah.
I remember if I bought a load of butter, I would get 3 minutes. I think it would be an hour. Get an hour free. If I bought butter and kept the lid, right?
Like
the lid would have
butter, not like
the lid would have something like 5 minutes written on it. You keep the lid, right? This is no lie. And it said you'll get an. I think it might have been a day or something like that free on your phone. And it's just landline phones, right? And I was skint. I was 20 years old and skint. And I was like, this is ideal. I bought more butter than I needed.
Just to get.
I bought more butter than I needed, and then it worked out that whatever that length of time was, whatever that length of time was, worked out at £1.50.
Excellent.
So you were spending more on the butter.
It's like going to 2p machines, isn't it, to get that key ring and spend like £10 to get that 2p.
So we got a technique. What we do is we just bombard it with 2p's.
Yeah.
And we win everything.
Yeah, we love it. Down at Home Bay. So
yeah.
So you have on the side, and my son goes, right, ready?
Let's go. And we go like that. We do about £5 of it, but we wipe it out. You know what I mean? We wipe it out.
Excellent.
There's a technique. If you just do one at a time. God, we're drifting big time.
I've got a question. So in this industry, obviously being online and being available for everyone to have their opinion and everything like that, how do you deal with, obviously there are some nice people out there.
Yep.
Thank you so much for the nice people out there. But there are a lot of people that are very critical and very negative. How do you deal with that?
I love it. I really enjoy it. Seriously. We had a thing when it first kicked off and I was getting the trolls. We used to sit down on a Sunday afternoon with the family and I would read them out. And it'd be hilarious. Because I still do, obviously, sweat a lot. So when I'm playing, I'll start off with a fresh T-shirt. Then after a while, it's patches start to appear under here, through here. I call it my Batman sign after a while.
I've never noticed it though, but I'm only watching you on a phone, so I'm assuming they're watching you on something bigger.
I don't know. But then obviously, if I'm playing after dinner, I have a food baby. You know what I mean? And if my T-shirt's a bit on the tight side, it's like, a T-shirt's a bit bigger for you, mate. Yeah, that's all right. And then the age thing pops up because I'm nearly 50 years old. I'm doing it, but I couldn't give a monkeys. I seem to. More the merrier. I can't bring it on, but I have this sort of thing about trolls and how people deal with it. I know people do struggle with it, and I apologise if it offends anyone, but I struggle to find how words on the screen actually affect people.
Sticks and stones.
I know it does. I wouldn't like to, put it down, but
it doesn't affect you.
No, I know. I'm quite happy to go, brilliant. And replying to it. That's why I enjoy doing it.
I always say thank you so much.
Replying to it
really
is the
helps.
best thing.
Yeah.
But the only thing it gets a bit boring sometimes. It's the same repetitive comment. I ain't got to reply to this one again, have I?
There's people that just dislike for just the sake of dislike.
So
I think we have at least one dislike every podcast. But you want to see who it is and see if it's the same.
It'll be nice.
I've got a feeling it's the same person. Just like probably my ex-wife, if I'm honest.
She's described going, I don't like this shit.
No. I thought about if I read it out to the family, then everyone knows, especially my family knows, I'm not affected by it. We can have a good laugh about it. I think one
should make a podcast reading them out, mate.
Yeah, well, I did. I've thought about. I think I might have done that. I made a video. What I did was I went to the gym. I've been going to the gym for 10 years. So I haven't been going to the gym just because of the trolling. But I was on a treadmill, and what I did was I was pretending I'm just on the treadmill because of the trolls. And so as I was running, all the messages would pop up. You know what I mean? I've got the PT filming me going, and I always messages will
pop up
all the hate.
She said.
So I'm quite happy to
like a Rocky montage.
Exactly. Yeah. But I think
chasing chickens. We've got chickens you can borrow.
And there's one thing. The only thing that hurts is the one where it's. I bet. Do you live with your mum? I think that's the only one. And I go, no, I'm married.
Sorry,
I'm married, 4 children, mate. 2 grandchildren.
I promise I'll delete that one.
Yeah, that's sometimes that's the only one. And then I go,
from C podcast.
But apart from that, now I'm.
You must be a very secure person to actually handle all that.
Yeah,
some people could
does
be
affect.
quite
Exactly. That's why I've never put anyone down for being affected by it.
Yeah.
But I've never thought, oh no, I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
That comment's made me quit. That's the thing. People don't realise when they're giving me grief,
it's adding to the algorithm.
Yeah. And I think
I always thank them for helping the algorithm.
Yeah. Thanks for your engagement. Yeah. That's normally the best one.
Keep your comments coming.
Yeah.
They really help.
Yeah, exactly.
And they do.
Yeah.
That's the
thing. Do you never sort of worry that your comments when you're replying back, that's going to start off like, well, free obviously, but that's going to cause major arguments?
I hope so. Because
that person can then say, "Mum, that's being horrible to me."
That's the thing. I think. Well, they're wasting their.
Yeah, exactly.
The best thing I think, one of the best reply I've done is they wrote this is really long article about what I'm doing, how ridiculous it is, and I've just gone delete. Wow. Where's that comment? Where's that comment I wrote out? I just deleted it.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered.
Thumbs up.
Try it again if you like.
See ya. Yeah.
Because there was one, we did a podcast about, it's just me and you, wasn't it? And we were talking about dreams and stuff like that, and how Simon gets very much in his own head when he's driving or something like that. And you said once, I got so in my head driving and someone cut me up and I almost took him to court, then this happened there, but all in his head. And I was sitting there going, oh my God, you're messed up. And one point he said, and then I'd punch him, but then I'd get done because he'd probably fall on the floor. And I'm sitting there going,
it might be why,
oh my God.
It might be why I'm a writer or something.
And I'm looking at him going, you're messed up. But I'm laughing. And someone commented, you're a sick bitch. Why are you laughing?
Oh, no. What it was is I use AI to do the shorts.
Yeah.
I use AI to do the shorts. In the same podcast, I was talking about how I dreamed and knocked and did that, and she was laughing over that because it was just me making crap up. And in the same podcast, I spoke about a guy that was getting picked on in a pub. As he left the pub, he was getting picked on, so he turned around and hit this guy. The guy then hit the curb and died, right? But it used her smiling afterwards.
And then they were like, you're a sick bitch.
Mate, this. And best response I ever got, though. Most views, because everyone was commenting, slagging them off. So feel free to slag her off. Honestly, it was brilliant. So, do you go on the leaderboard at all?
Yeah, that's... There's a lot of questions about how do you set a total when you're playing cricket. There's the leagues is where I enjoy it the most, where you log in, and if you're logged in before an opponent, you have to set the score. But if you log in 2 or 3 days later, then if they've already set the score, then you've got to try to beat their score.
Yeah.
But that's only once a week, because every 4 days that kicks off.
So is there a league?
Yeah, well, to be honest, there are league matches, 50 over or 10, but I don't really pay attention to where I am. Right. I just enjoy it, because like I said earlier, I'll get about an hour and a half a week to, everyone goes out, I whack it on, I'll do what I need to do, I'm done. So I don't really have too much.
What did you used to do before that when everyone left?
Yeah. I would...
Anyway, let's jump that. What was I going to say?
No, the leaderboards is each ground, there's 10 grounds, and they all have their own leaderboard. And also, each level has its own leaderboard. So you can be on stage number 1 on the easy level and have its own leaderboard. You want stage number 1 with the hardest and have a separate leaderboard. So what I like to do is just once a week go on like Wednesday, see the top 10 and just trying to get in the top 10. Simple as that.
Right, okay.
So you work out what score you need.
So is there like
So
a ranking, world ranking?
I think so. I think there is.
But you don't know where
but I
you
don't know. I used to be quite high. When I first started doing it, I know I was quite high.
To do that, you've got to be on it all the time.
Yeah, I went on holiday for 2 weeks and came back and my ranking had bombed. So, and then a lot of people started using it as well because they'd seen me play it, they'd download it. So I think the actual game, once you had the set, the actual game to download is about 20 quid. It's much cheaper than an Xbox. And
No, they're far better because you're looking at, you get a new Xbox game or something like 60 to 80 quid.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, exactly.
But then you can lose that game, right? Because you've got that game. Like I know our son plays what's the one with the thing? Switch.
Yeah.
And he plays that. And those games are like 40, 50 quid each.
Yeah, tiny little
And
things.
you could lose them.
Yeah.
He's played them in the car
You can't
going down to
download.
Devon and he's dropped them in the back
He
down
don't
the
give a
sofa.
toss.
I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, get another one.
To him, they're like M&Ms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Just
I'm
lose
like,
them
you've
anywhere.
nearly got $5,000 worth in your thing and you're just carrying it around like no one
Yeah,
cares.
it doesn't care.
But yeah,
but that's a very
these-
good invention, that Switch. You can do, it can be a little handheld, it can go on the computer.
TV.
Yeah, TV, sorry, computer.
So going back to the cricket, when you say you've got different cricket grounds, are they ones that you would recognise, like Kent cricket ground?
No. I've got they're all made up. They're all got different, like futuristic ones, and the one you see Big Ben in a distance, and the London Eye. So you can sort of basing it around London. You've got London Eye, and you've got Big Ben or Elizabeth Tower. But I've got a theory that there's the next version is coming out soon. RB Cricket 2 is rumoured to be in development. So I've got a funny feeling they will try
Proper
and
grounds.
yeah, hope so.
Nice.
See, I just used the massive stadium. I don't know.
Yeah, you
what
got
I'm saying.
stadium number 1 normally. That's the default
Right,
stadium.
okay.
So stadium number 1. I think when you start you have 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But then, to be honest, a lot of people again ask me, how do I get the stadiums? When you're, what people don't realise, you have to earn gems, and that's like a thing. But
That's what they do, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but then you have to earn the gems. The only way you can earn them is by no bat shield. Right, a lot of people ask me what the bat shield is. Bat shield, basically,
bat shield?
exactly,
It's like a big square. Isn't
it's
it, round the
basically it makes the bat wider. And when I first started playing, I thought I'm never using that. That's it's ridiculous and pointless and really boring.
Yeah.
So I suppose you're hitting every ball,
exactly.
aren't
Yeah,
you?
It takes the thrill away, and you can only earn those gems if you play with no bat shield.
Yeah.
So,
and my only criticism of the game, which I keep meaning to bring up and keep forgetting, is your body's not there.
No, there's no legs, is there?
It's just a bat.
Yeah, there's no legs.
So your bat is doing all the defending.
Yeah, you can't.
Okay, so you can't be LBW or anything like that.
No, but to be honest, if it hits your legs and you're LBW, it's going to go through your legs anyway and bowl you. So
in theory, in cricket, your body don't count anyway.
No.
Because if it hits your legs, it's LBW.
I think the only slight problem with that is if the ball pitches outside leg and then goes on to bowl you, when it would have hit your legs, that's not going to be out in real life because that pitches outside leg. So, yeah, it has its faults. The sound effects for me is just the worst thing. I don't understand.
I've never bothered about.
No, I do.
Never hit me that.
Now.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to watch it.
Especially when the new sound effects come out.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, great, new sound effects. They're all worse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's awful. I done a little review on it on TikTok or something and went, they're worse.
I've turned the commentary off on the tennis because it's very limited commentary.
There is commentary on this. It does sound like Google. It does sound like Google doing. I hate it. It didn't last very long.
Oh, you're just about to hit the ball.
It is. It's like that.
The ball.
It's very monotone. And I think when you first get it, you have it on because you want to know. It's like FIFA, things like that.
Yeah.
I remember PlayStation 1.
FIFA,
PlayStation 1. Oh my God, it's really. Was it John Motson? It wasn't John Motson. I can't remember who it was. But that's his real voice. It's actually someone commentating, and it's actually linked in with the games. It's not random like it used to be on old computers. But
do you remember the original FIFA? It was like an angled pitch.
I think
do you remember the angled pitch?
90? 1990?
Italian 90.
It was Italian.
FIFA Italian. Yeah. But it was an angled pitch.
Yep.
So, yeah. Do you know what I'm on about?
I think so. But it was. I remember actual soccer on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
But for me, it was just the commentary that blew me away. I thought, bloody hell, it's real commentary.
Yeah.
And it actually fits the game. It's not some random words. But no.
FIFA and Pro Evo were pretty up there with each other.
Yeah,
My mate played Pro Evo and I was like, oh, God, I've got to change the controls to FIFA control. Do you know what I mean? Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't get on with FIFA. Any football game, I think I'm good at it. As soon as you go online and play someone else,
and they destroy you.
10-0. I can't bother. I haven't got time to learn the special moves and stuff.
Not played it in ages.
No, I'll give up with it. I think.
So we've obviously said the new the new cricket game's coming out.
I hope so. Yeah.
Where do you think it will go? What avenues could it go down then? Obviously, the sound you would prefer.
Yeah, I'm hoping the sound effects will be better. I'm hoping they're going to bring in a career mode because there's computer games on the Xbox where you're a 16-year-old apprentice, and you start off in the village leagues, and as you get better, you progress and end up international. I'm hoping, because everyone's asking for it on the Discord and on the message boards, that that's going to be included in the next version, because that's what everyone's asking for it. So that'll be ideal to progress through, because there is a campaign mode on it, but I don't really understand it. It's not a campaign at all. It's a bit random. It's a bit weird. There is a lot of different games on.
I do find with modern games, they appear and there's so much in the menu and it confuses the hell out of me. Yeah. I'm like, just let me play a game.
Exactly.
There's too much around. Yep. There's a shop there. Do you know what I mean? It does me head in. All of them. Yeah, but there's you get it in squares, don't you? And there's a square there doing something. There's a square there, and in this little corner it says straight to game or something. Exactly. It winds me up. Just get it a bit more basic.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Especially at our age. We don't want flashy lights, do we? Just get on with it.
Yeah. What did we have on PlayStation? Start. What joystick are you using? Wasn't it? And I don't know. Type your name in here.
I remember we used to have music CDs in a PlayStation, and it'll play sort of psychedelic sort of lights and stuff. I used to put the kids in front of it. It just sleep, done. I still love it.
Brilliant.
Want a beanbag? Brilliant.
Well, I think we covered everything, have we?
I think so.
We
oh yes, we always ask. Oh, well, we say we always ask. We've started this now. We've got a playlist which can be found. The links on our what are we on YouTube?
Yeah,
our links on the YouTube description. And every guest we have now, we say what song would you like on the playlist?
Oh, Christ,
I don't like cricket.
It's got to be that.
10C, is it 10?
Yeah, 10cc.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Or you've got I'm not sure what it's called. There's an official name for it. The Test Match Special theme tune.
What?
There's a name for it. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. I keep looking it up on that, but I can't remember what it's called.
We're putting both on for you.
It's something weird. I think it might be some sort of Spanish name. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, all right, we'll do that for you.
Excellent.
Most people use their first dance, but not you.
No, not me. No, the thing is, my first dance is a bit weird. It's like is it Ronan Keating? You say it best when you say nothing at all.
Oh, right.
And it sounded really nice at the time, but then you look back, that's really weird. That's a bit of a strange one now.
A lot of people don't realise what they're dancing to. Some of them are breakups. Honestly, some of them are breakup things. Cracks me up.
We're just sick of Ed Sheeran, aren't we?
Yeah,
I mean, I love Ed Sheeran. His music is amazing, but
the sweetest thing with couples, they think they're the first to choose these songs. Christina Perry.
Oh yes.
I have died every day waiting for you.
Because that was in
That
Twilight.
is the record, I think. I think that is the record for me. How many times I've used that song.
That's because it was in Twilight, and all these people that are getting married grew up on Twilight.
Yeah, I suppose so.
They would have that. So hopefully that will dwindle out now. And still Ed Sheeran will come up.
Now, Rachel, when I said I'm getting this cricket guy, and you was like, what are we getting on? Why are we getting? We're a business.
It sounds really boring.
Like, we're a business podcast. What do you want the geezer from Mohican on? And I said, Rachel, it'd be good. It'd be a good bloke to have on.
Excellent.
And am I right, Rachel?
You are right. Yeah.
Very much indeed. Pleasure.
And when it started off, and you two were like, "Oh my God, should you have that?" And I'm sitting there going, "What? I have no idea what you're talking about."
We had a massive conversation while I was making tea.
Yeah, I know.
And I was like, I've got to leave this for the podcast. But I really appreciate you coming over. Mate. Really good to see you.
Thank you so much.
We'll be mates on the Oculus. And we'll keep in touch. And if something new comes out, you want to talk about it, then come on.
Definitely. If anything new comes out, If the IB Cricket 2 comes out and it's anything good. Brilliant.
Yeah. If you want to pay us a visit and talk a bit more about that, and
I'll try not to sweat so much this time,
mate. Don't worry about it.
I'll just bring this out.
If we do it in the winter this time.
Please. Yeah. That'd be awful, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you much indeed. Cheers.
Thank you.
This podcast has been brought to you by Snug Dubs Camper Van Hire.
Roam the world, park anywhere.
That's snugdubs.co.uk.